Okay, it's interview time once again on Kapow, and today we are speaking with Karen. Karen, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
No, it's great to have you here. Now, you've been behind an anthology that we're looking at here, Kinds of Blue,
Yep.
An anthology of comics about depression.
That's right.
Now, how did you get started on this? What was the what was the momentum behind it?
Well, I've always wanted to write comics, and I just couldn't think of a way to do it because I'm a writer, I'm not an artist.
Sure.
And then I was reading Kieran Gillen's blog, Kieran Gillen who writes X-Men and Thor and Phonogram, which is one of my favourite comics.
Oh, yeah.
And he said on his blog that his early work was all 5-page stuff because 5 pages was the most he could get an artist to finish.
Yeah.
And I went, maybe I could do something similar. So I asked all these friends of mine who are artists to work with me on these 5-page comics. And
it does look fantastic, I've got to say, and it's great to every 5 pages have a new art style. That really jazzes it up. Now, you wrote most of the stories in here, yeah?
Yeah, I wrote 10 of the 13 pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. And now you sort of self-published on this.
Yep.
So how did you find going through that? Fairly simple to do, or a bit of a difficult to get into?
It was a bit of an adventure. I've never done this before at all. I've worked a little bit in publishing, but never in comics at all.
Right.
And everything I learned from basically following the professionals on Twitter and getting pearls of wisdom from them about writing and editing and lettering and colouring and all the rest of it. So it was very much everyone who worked on it. I think most of them had never been published before as well. So we all learned together through the whole process.
It must have been a fantastic learning experience going through it. And I mean, it's such an important thing to be looking at, the whole concept of depression. I mean, is this a personal thing for yourself that you've had to that you've wanted to look into this area?
Yeah, my husband suffers from depression. It became quite bad during about the 3rd year of our marriage. We've been married for 12 years now.
Right.
And then as I learned more and more about the illness, I realised that at times I've had it myself and have been quite down. And then it's just interesting that it's quite a widespread illness, but despite it being widespread, not that many people understand what depression is and what it looks like and what can actually help. So this series of pieces kind of grew out of a lot of the thinking and experiences that I'd had about depression and my desire to communicate that with other people. Because part of the problem is when you have depression, it can be really hard to communicate to someone else why you're depressed.
Sure, there's that sense of isolation.
Yeah, exactly.
And there is a stigma as well, you're right. So it is great to have something, an outlet like this that's going to bring that story to people. How are people going to be able to get a hold of this?
It's available online. The web address is on the back of that postcard there.
Yes, we have a postcard here. We'll be putting that up on the screen there.
Yep. And so you can read the entire anthology online, and if you like it, please consider ordering a copy from us through that website.
Fantastic. And you're going to be at Supernova as well.
That's right. Yeah. So we'll be at Supernova Sydney and at Supernova Brisbane in November.
Fantastic. All right. Well, look, everybody should look out for this. Kinds of Blue. Definitely well worth a look. So Supernova online, check it out. And look, Karen, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.